The United States of America has been facing an issue with the increasing debt burden. According to recent data, the national debt has crossed a whopping $27 trillion, while the consumer debt stands at around $14.3 trillion. These numbers are staggering, and it's essential to keep track of your debts when the country itself is struggling financially. The current economic climate has made managing debts more important than ever before. So how do we take control of our debts so it doesn't consume us? Welcome to Financial Literacy. Here, we are dedicated and passionate about bringing you nothing but honest and straightforward facts about your money. We will help you take control of your finances and get you to the next level. Beginners or experienced, this is your one-stop shop for all things financial literacy. In this video, we want to show you the techniques that, by taking charge of your money, might help you get through these difficult moments, especially when inflation is eating our wallets. We don't want you to get drowned in debt. So stay until the end of the video because we are here to help you achieve financial stability even in challenging times. Let's start by discussing the many debts that can stress out our finances. Credit card debt is a problem that arises when we use our cards excessively and our balances soar. Then there is student loan debt, which is frequently a result of financing our education. The interest rates on payday loans can be extremely expensive. Let's now check out what transpires when you accumulate too much debt. Consider yourself in a difficult financial situation when debt collectors begin contacting you. By phoning you frequently and requesting money, they can significantly increase your level of stress. Additionally, a high debt load might negatively impact your credit score, making it more difficult to obtain loans in the future. And that is no fun at all. But don't worry, that's why we are here. We will give you 5 easy-peasy tips to survive debt and enjoy your money in the long run. The first step you need to do is to create a budget. I know that spending tons of money is therapeutic and fun, but is it still therapeutic and fun when you see your balance? No, right? Tracking your expenses is key to understanding where your hard-earned money went. It is similar to being a detective, only without the stylish hat and trench coat. Make a list of every expense you have, no matter how tiny, and then add them all up. Your everyday lattes may surprise you with how much money you're spending. Once you have a clear picture of your expenses, it's time to identify areas where you can cut costs. This is where the detective work really comes in handy. Look for those sneaky expenses that are draining your bank account without you even realizing it. Maybe it's the gym membership you haven't used since 2015, or those monthly subscriptions to streaming services you never have time to watch. Who needs 5 different streaming platforms anyway? Just pick one and stick to it. Setting financial objectives is now necessary once you've cut the weight. Consider your goals for the immediate and long-term future. Having specific objectives will help you stay on track with your spending, whether they are for a house purchase or a dream vacation. As you go, remember to treat yourself. Naturally, you should only make sure the benefits are within your means. You know, once in a while, a nice dinner won't hurt. Next is to know your debt repayment strategies. Here are 3 methods you can consider. Number 1. The snowball method is as awesome as it sounds. With the snowball approach, you begin by paying off your smallest debt first while making minimal payments on the others. After that obligation is paid off, you transfer the funds to the subsequent smallest loan. Your payments pick up speed like a snowball rolling down a hill, and before you realize it, you're effortlessly paying off those substantial bills. Number 2. Avalanche method. Are you ready to take things to the next level? When you're prepared to attack your debt head-on, you should opt for the avalanche method. Here, as opposed to the snowball strategy, your primary objective is to pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first while continuing to make the minimum payments on the other debts. You can avoid paying a significant amount of interest over time by paying off those high-interest obligations early. Now that's what we call a smart financial decision. Number 3. Last but not least, Imagine you have several debts, each with a distinct monthly payment and interest rate. Seems like an order for disaster, don't you think? Here comes debt consolidation, the debt repayment superhero. You combine all of your bills into one brand new loan with a lower interest rate when you consolidate your debts. And voila! You now only have to worry about one payment each month. It's like getting a personal financial assistant. Next up, and I cannot stress this enough, never forget to build your emergency fund. Think of your emergency fund as a magical pool of money that appears out of thin air whenever you find yourself in a financial bind. Wouldn't it be nice to have an emergency fund that's always there to save the day? So why is this important? Life is full of surprises, and not all of them are pleasant. From unexpected car repairs to medical emergencies to sudden job loss, having a financial safety net can make all the difference. You don't want to be caught off guard with nothing but pocket lint and a collection of expired coupons, do you? Now that you are aware of the need to have an emergency fund, let's discuss how to set savings objectives. Starting small and building up your contributions is the key. Imagine it as a ladder, unless you're a superhero, of course. You don't ascend to the top in one long jump. Set realistic objectives that are in line with your income and outgoings. Start by setting aside $100 each month and increase that amount over time. Never forget that consistency is key to winning. Next, never underestimate seeking professional help if you want to get out of debt. Debt management can be very difficult. It's like trying to walk through a minefield while wearing a blindfold and not knowing what a mine looks like. At such a point, getting expert advice is essential. It's like having a trustworthy guide who is knowledgeable about every facet of debt management. Examining credit counseling, debt settlement, and bankruptcy as the main players in this professional debt-solving game will help. Credit counseling is similar to receiving financial treatment. A credit counselor helps you create a debt management strategy after reviewing your financial circumstances with you in person. It's like having a sage who will lead you to financial enlightenment. They can help you with budgeting, debt relief, and creditor negotiations. They are essentially the Yoda of debt management. Debt settlement is similar to having a cunning negotiator on your side. To try and lower the amount you owe, they will compete with your creditors. It's like having a slick talking attorney who is aware of all the legal pitfalls. They will bargain on your behalf, which frequently results in a settlement of your debt for less than you initially owed. It's comparable to receiving a debt discount. Who doesn't enjoy a good deal? And then there's bankruptcy. It's like the get-out-of-jail-free card in the game of debt. When all else fails, bankruptcy can help you wipe the slate clean and start fresh. It's like hitting the reset button on your finances. But of course, there are consequences. Bankruptcy is a serious decision that can have long-term effects on your credit. It's like burning bridges with your creditors and starting from scratch. Next is the thing every person in the world is struggling with. If you want to get out of debt, please change your spending habits. Now, don't get me wrong. Budgeting for indulgences doesn't mean you have to cut out all the fun stuff in life. We are not recommending a life of only watching movies and eating canned beans. Instead, budget a certain sum of money each month for indulgences. In this manner, you won't feel guilty for eating that piece of chocolate cake because you didn't steal it. The goal here is to find less expensive options. Sure, you could spend a fortune on high-end apparel and organic food, but is it really necessary? Before buying something, shop around for deals, find coupons, and contrast costs. Don't be hesitant to test generic brands. They frequently work just as well as expensive ones. your financial account will appreciate it. Keep in mind that achieving financial stability is possible and that you might find your way to wealth and escape from debt with the appropriate plans. Willpower and dedication. Take control of your finances with these strategies, and you will see an increase in your financial security. Never forget that achieving financial freedom is a realistic goal that you may accomplish with hard work and patience. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up, comment, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our following videos.